You make me suffer, right? You make me suffer.
Uh, I'm suffering deeply inside right now.
So on my camp, one more
So
time.
I want to be completely vulnerable here for a second.
Tell me.
This is very difficult for me. Like I just want like people to know, like sitting here by myself. I know I have you. It's very difficult for me.
100%. The
So
camera is everyone's worst nightmare.
no, it's not. It's not so much being on camera. Like you put me on stage. I'm fine with that stuff. It's just when I have to sit here and just. Hello everyone. I'm Roy Cocho. Your co-host. It's my. I'm a
We're the host.
I don't know what the host is. I'm the co-host today. Oh God.
You're the host.
I am the host.
Of the Integrity Project.
All right, that's right. I am the host of the Integrity Project.
So this episode is all about mindfulness, but you don't believe that.
It's not about emptying your mind. It's becoming aware of your thoughts. And what happens is this. When you begin your meditation journey, you should have a journal because you're going to have 3 different thoughts come through your mind. Okay. One of them is like, oh shit, I got to do this. I have to do groceries. I have to go pick up my kids at school. You want to take those thoughts and you want to write them down. Okay. Second thought you'll have is brilliant ideas.
That I have a lot of.
Right? Also, you want to write them down. And then you're going to have those repetitive thoughts, the thoughts that don't really serve you. And those are the thoughts that you're going to become aware of and stop focusing on those as time goes on.
Is this before meditation or after meditation?
This is so everybody thinks that when you meditate, you sit here and you're like, oh.
Yes.
Those are very advanced people who have already discovered who they are.
But that is a thing.
That is a thing. Okay. Like if you want the true Zen and like really be spiritual, you know, all your chakras are aligned and you can sit in minus 50-degree weather and it doesn't bother you. All that. Those are like master meditations. What I'm talking to you today is how you learn and how you start to meditate. Because when you sit quietly, most people's brains are constantly on.
Everyone.
Mine is on. I'm sure Chris's is on. Leanne's is on. So when you sit there and meditate, some people are like, I can't close my eyes because I have too many things. Perfect.
Teach me, Roy. Teach me how I can quiet it.
So it's not about quieting the mind, okay? You need a journal. You should have a journal because the things that you need to do, the great, brilliant ideas that you have are things you want to jot down. The rest of them you want to become aware of. And if one thought triggers an emotion within you, you want to take note of it.
When you say journal, do you mean gratitude journal?
Any journal. People say a journal like you can have a book, you can have a piece of paper.
Okay. And just jot things down.
Just jot things down. And what that does, it gets you in the habit of having a thought and bring yourself back to center. Having a thought, writing it down, bring yourself back to that. So now what's happening is you're now learning the mechanisms of controlling, right? I sit here, I'm within myself, and I have a thought, oh, you know what? I have a great idea. I should start this type of business, or this comes to me. You know what? I'm going to write this down. And I can come back and center myself back in, and we're going to go through this, and I'll go through it step by step in a moment. But it just allows you to start to identify the things that you are not. Okay? Then you start to realize you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You're just a vessel that carries these things. And you start becoming the observer of these thoughts. And then with practice, you'll be able to now say, I got this thought. This thought is garbage. It's not for me. I release it. And then what starts happening is your thoughts start to slow down. You won't have 95,000 thoughts. You might have 90,000 thoughts. And then go to 60,000 thoughts. And then 50,000 thoughts. And then you'll learn to control what thoughts you want to keep. And I think people believe that meditation is just about emptying your mind. It's not about emptying your mind. It's becoming aware of your mind.
There it is. Emptying your mind. Okay.
All right.
Now my mind is empty. What else do you have?
Well, we're going to go through a meditation now.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So when you're going to meditate, first of all, find a comfortable place that's quiet. Okay. If you need to, get a set of headphones, play some calming music. If you like, there's on Spotify, there's in God's frequencies. Fantastic little things you can sit there. But if you can sit in complete silence for yourself the first few times, it's going to be super uncomfortable, but it is the best way to start. Okay. So find a quiet place. You do not need to cross your legs in a yoga pose. Most of us don't have the mobility to do so. You can do it sitting up, and preferably in a chair that has a hard back or a hard surface. And you want to scoot yourself so that only your butt cheeks are on the chair. So I'm going to move my microphone. So you want to sit on the edge of your chair like this, and you want to plant your feet. Your chin, you want to tuck it slightly. You don't want to be looking up. You don't want to be down. You just want to keep it neutral. And you just want to allow yourself to settle into your body. Feel your feet. Become aware where they are. And you just want to take a slow, deep breath through your nose. And you fill your lungs up and you hold that for a few seconds. And then you want you to release it. And then you begin to just relax your shoulders on that breath. And then take another deep breath in. Hold for a few seconds. And then release again. And then start to relax your jaw. And I just want you to find a place that your hands are comfortable. You can have mudras, that's fine, but most people just allow your hands to fall where they may. I like to have mine on my knees because that way it helps me pull my shoulders back, have better posture. I just want you to become mindful of your breath. Just watch it go from the bottom of your feet. And allow yourself to calm, hold it, and then slowly breathe out your nose. And just allow yourself just to settle in. You will feel things in your body. You might feel tension in your back. You might feel tension in your shoulders. And what you want to do is just put some breath in there and allow it to release. Hold for 3 seconds. Slowly release out your nose. And just allow yourself to settle in. Allow your thoughts to come. Allow yourself to feel your breath all the way through your nose and all the way down. Allow your body just to relax. And as you close your eyes, I just want you to get lost in the darkness of your eyes closed and just feel your breath. Just be mindful of it. You're not forcing it up. It's just a nice, controlled breath all the way up. And you hold, and then you slowly release back down. Just allow yourself to settle in. And now become aware of the thoughts that come for you. All the thoughts, just let them come. Let them flow to you and through you. And if you find a thought that you need to get to, again, go get your journal, write it down, and bring yourself back. Put yourself back in that position and just let yourself breathe. Allow yourself to settle in. Feel your belly expand with the inhale. And allow you to push your belly button all the way back down to your spine on the exhale. Allow yourself just to relax. Feel your body. Be aware. Be aware of your mindful thoughts. And when you have an idea or something comes to you, sit down, write it down in great detail, come back, allow yourself to settle back in. Now your thoughts no longer control you as you practice this. You control your thoughts. You allow yourself to be centered, quiet. Then during my meditations, I always like to have three things. One, a breath of gratitude. Two is a breath of intention. And three, a breath of release. So when you're in this state and you're ready to end your meditation, what you want to do is you want to be able to say and see at least two things that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my friends. And as you breathe in and you talk about gratitude, I don't want you just to say it. I want you to feel it in your heart. I want you to feel that through your system, through your elbows, a tingly sensation on your skin because you're so grateful for those people or those things. And then I bookmark it. You're like, what does that mean? I bookmark with a special breath. What you do is you take a big deep breath in through your nose. You hold, you take a sip through your mouth. And then what you want to do is you want to swallow your saliva, put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and relax your shoulders, and slowly through a pinhole, you allow that breath to escape. And then I want to set my intention. Today, my intention is to attract abundance, or it's whether to spend time with my family. You want to create a new opportunity at work, whatever your intention for the day is, just allow yourself to say it and then set your intention. I am ready to receive the abundance of the universe. Today I'll take all the actions and have the right attitude. Again, I'll bookmark that. Take a big deep breath in. Take a sip through the mouth. Swallow your saliva, relax your shoulders, put your tongue in the roof of your mouth and release that air. My last breath is just a release of all negativity. So I take a slow, deep breath and I say to myself, I release the person I was yesterday. Today, new version myself. I accept. I release the negative thoughts, the negative feelings. And today, I am a newborn person with absolutely everything that I need. And I bookmark that. Again, take a big deep breath into the nose. Sip through the mouth. Swallow my saliva, relax my shoulders, tongue on the roof of the mouth, and again, pinhole. And then when you're ready, you can start to wiggle your toes, flutter your eyes, and come back to where you need to be. And the reason why you bookmark those things is when you take that big deep breath in and hold it and top up your breath and you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, your heart and your brain get connected and allows you to bookmark that. So it's really important that as you do your meditations, you practice them. And like anything else, it gets easier and easier and easier.
Hi.
Hi.
Now, how often do you do that?
I do that every morning.
Every morning.
Every morning. It's part of my ritual. So I have a syntax, and Chris can attest to this, is that a syntax is a certain order of things that your natural rhythm is. So it's physical, spiritual, mind. So for me, I have to do physical first. So if I get up, I go to the gym, I move my body, get that going. And then I come home and then I start doing my spiritual meditations, CEs, things like that. And the last thing is mind. So I'll read for 10 or 15 minutes. And I think that what happens, like I get this question a lot too, is the fact that like, how do I add more stuff I got to do? It's not about adding things. It's actually about taking away things. And part of meditation, knowing who you're not, then you start to become the person who you are and you get the habits of what that person does. So instead of watching Netflix, you might meditate or read or journal. Instead of sleeping in till 7:30 and rush to work, you get up at 5, you go to the gym, you work out. Whatever the syntax works for you, which is an experiment by most means. And the reason why I discovered my syntax is, first of all, through training, and second of all, I thought I could change it, and I couldn't. It's just the way my body works.
So you do this every morning. What time?
So I'll go to the gym. I get back usually around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'll walk my dog. I'll come back. I'll sit at my desk in my chair. I play some frequency music that I enjoy meditating to, and I just sit there for, sometimes my meditations are 5 minutes, sometimes they're 25 minutes.
So why do you choose to meditate after you've already done some morning tasks and not prior to?
Because if I meditated first, then I would never get myself to the gym. Because that's not my syntax, right? It's not the order of things my body enjoys. If I don't move my body right away, forget it. I'm not going to make it to the gym.
Really?
Yeah. And I've been on Joy's 5 a.m. call from 5 a.m. till 6:30. And then from there, I'll meditate, and then I just won't go to the gym. I didn't go. And I was on his call for like 12 weeks or 13 weeks, never made to the gym.
Because you're mentally exhausted?
No, because my syntax doesn't work. My body works best. I perform at my maximum when there's breath, we call it like breath, movement, energy. Let's call it that. So for me, I need movement first. And then I need breath and then energy.
Gotcha.
So if I don't go to the gym, my energy levels aren't, if I start with energy or I start with breath, my physical part doesn't my movement part doesn't happen. So it's important for you to find those things. So like, for example, my wife's like, doesn't work for me to go to the gym in the morning.
For her, it doesn't. Okay.
It's just not
when is her
syntax.
sweet spot then?
So for her, syntax is like, she likes to do mind stuff first. So she likes to read in the morning.
Okay.
Right. And then for her, it's physical stuff later on.
So in the morning, she likes quiet, or
she likes
chill.
She likes to chill.
Okay.
She likes to read the news. She likes to do whatever she likes to do.
A bit more slower paced.
Correct. I don't. If I start my day that way, forget it. It's not going to happen. So everyone has a certain syntax that their body's really just attuned to, is the way they are. Can you change it? I don't know. I've never tried changing mine. Well, I have. It didn't work very well for me. But I guess if you are disciplined enough, you could change it. But why fight it? It's much easier to just go with the rhythm of your body.
So let me ask you something. This is actually great. So for people who don't know, you took a little bit of a reset. You took a little bit of a vacation. Now, what happens when you take yourself out of your comfort zone, your space, put yourself in another space? Do you now take all of these habitual tasks that you do for your own life and implement them into another location?
Absolutely.
So tell me the first day when you go on vacation.
So, well, the first day we got there in the afternoon.
Okay, well, the next day.
The next day. So next day I got up. They did not have a gym.
Okay.
So I went out on the patio and I did isometrics. I did calisthenics, and I did pool work.
Okay.
And then I sat on the veranda, and it was the middle of the nature, like beautiful, like hummingbirds and all that kind of stuff.
Beautiful.
So for me, I didn't have to play music to do my meditation. I sat, meditated. Some days, like I said, some days are 5 minutes. One day I think it was 25 minutes because it was such a beautiful day. The wind was blowing. It was just like, you get in that zone that you just want to be there a little bit longer. And then I would read whatever, news, books, whatever it is, listen to an audio tape, have coffee. My wife would wake up, she would come out. So it doesn't stop. It's not the location that stops you, right? Like people are like, why are you working out? It's your vacation. I like working out. I like the way it makes me feel. I like the way it gets my mojo running. It's just the way I am. I'm up at 6 o'clock no matter where I am.
Is that the time you woke up there?
Yeah,
Okay, so then that means you got to experience the sunrise.
absolutely.
Okay, did that change your mindset for the day, experiencing something like that?
Well, the sunrise, well, I couldn't see the sunrise from where I was in a sense, but you can see
Of course, the horizon.
the horizon, you see it kind of lightens up and stuff like that. Like for me, I love watching that stuff. I love sitting around and watching the hummingbirds. And then like, it's funny. We were on vacation. My wife says to me, just like that, we're birders now. Right. Because like, you don't really notice these things really until you're like, we have our birds here, but then you see like these yellow birds and
Of
these
course.
hummingbirds and flamingos and eagles and parrots flying by. Like it just becomes somewhat, because you're more present, you start to enjoy those things. And I can't tell you how many people on this beautiful beach overlooking the ocean, sun shining, waves rolling in, beautiful scenery. And I'm going to say 95% of people had their faces buried in their phone.
Uh-huh. I see that every time I go on vacation. How?
And you know what? That's not the person I want to be.
But it's a drug. I mean, let's be honest. The phones are a drug. So maybe that is how they find comfort. So do we blame them, or do we just say maybe they're going about it the wrong way?
I don't blame anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's part of awareness. Like you don't know how much you use your phone until you make conscious effort to be aware of how many times you pick it up. Become aware of when do you use it, when do you not. Become aware of how much time you spend on social media. And one thing I really try to do when I'm on vacation is not really use my phone.
Sure.
I'm not working. I'm off.
Sure.
I usually take pictures, go back to look at the pictures we took, edit them, send them to my wife. She tells me which ones we can post and which ones we can't. And that's the way it is. But I think that when you start becoming more and more aware of what you want, right, means you become more and more aware of what you're not. Are you a social media junkie? Are you addicted to your phone? Maybe you are, but that means you're not where you want to be. So it's everything takes discovery. The question is, do you want to be a discoverer?
You did it to me again.
Right? And meditation will help you discover.
Are we ready to let everyone discover where they can find us?
Yes, you can find me on Spotify, YouTube channel, the Integrity Project.
And what's your Instagram?
It's RC Truth Academy is my Instagram.
Yep.
And you can find me at Roy Coachil as well, which is my Facebook. And it's been a pleasure to share this with you. And this is the Integrity Project. Thanks for watching.